New Delhi, the problem of weight gain is not to taken lightly, even though the unending and often too good to be true solutions coming from the ever-burgeoning weight management industry seem to suggest so. Be warned, for a few extra kilos today can multiply tomorrow, putting you at increased risk of many diseases, including cancer. They include cancers of the breast in postmenopausal women, ovary, colon and rectum, liver, kidney, pancreas, gastric cardia, esophagus food pipe, and endometrium of the uterus, as well as advanced prostate cancer, cancers of the gallbladder and thyroid, and multiple myeloma blood cancer and meningioma brain tumor, according to a report by the World Health Organization's International Agency for Research on Cancer (EARC). In fact, so enormous has been the burden of obesity-related cancers that in some countries in the Western world, they account for close to half of all cancers. In the US, overweight and obesity-related cancers make up 40% of all cancers, according to a report of the U.S. Centers for Disease Control and Prevention (CDC) in October. Image Thinks Talk. The situation in India is not yet so scary, but the burden of obesity and its consequences are increasing here as well. In India, up to 1/4 of all cancers, 25%, may be directly or indirectly linked to obesity. Harita Chaturvedi, a cancer care specialist at Max Super Speciality Hospital at Saket, New Delhi, told Dians. The cases are more common in urban areas and metropolitan cities, where the diet is more rich in saturated fat content and lifestyle is rather more sedentary. Obesity alters the intrinsic hormonal milieu, thereby disturbing the cell cycle control. This, in turn, affects the various checkpoints of cancer control in the body, making them ineffective and rendering a person prone to develop cancers, Chaturvedi said. Image Thinks Talk. Moreover, an obese patient with cancer undergoing surgery is at higher risk of complications as compared to a lean person, added Deep Goel, Director, Surgical Gastroenterology, Bariatric, and Minimal Access Surgery, Blocks Super Speciality Hospital in New Delhi. Interestingly, or rather sadly, women are disproportionately affected by cancer attributable to obesity overall. Women are more at risk of obesity-related cancers, because of periodic shift in the hormonal balance in their body. Also, the feminine body has more adipose fat tissue content which interacts with certain intrinsic factors making them more prone to cancers, Chaturvedi said. The EARC report highlights that the excess of energy intake over energy expenditure, is the main driver of weight gain. So, during adulthood, the maintenance of a stable body weight depends on the energy derived from food and drink energy intake being equal to the total energy expenditure over time. This report shows that excess energy intake is the main responsible factor. Although genetic factors play a role, these cannot explain the upward trends in obesity rates, and in turn the report shows that increased physical activity alone cannot solve the problem, said Isabel Ramu, a scientist at EARC. Image Thinks Talk. What, however, is worrying is that excess weight develops progressively, so that a relatively small excess of energy intake can easily produce large weight changes over time. Therefore, it is important to regularly monitor what you eat and how much you exercise. Just as Swasth Bharat, we need a Swasth Bharat campaign, which will encourage people to eat and live healthy, Chaturvedi added. We should adopt a healthier lifestyle such as weight control, eating before 8 p.m., walking or running for a minimum of 5 kilometers daily. We must also avoid any habit-forming substances like tobacco and alcohol. Image Thinks Talk. According to the World Obesity Federation, the percentage of Indian adults living with obesity is set to jump to around 10%, 3.1% male and 6.9% female by 2025 from 7.5%, 2.3% male and 5.2% female in 2014. The annual cost of treating the consequences of obesity, such heart disease, diabetes, liver disease, depression, and many types of cancer, will reach a staggering $13 billion in India by 2025, according to the analysis. The most effective way to prevent obesity-related cancer would be by maintenance of the weight, said Rajesh Kapoor, Director, Gastrointestinal and Hepatopancreatico-Biliary Surgery, JP Hospital, Noida. Weight can be maintained, according to Kapoor, by lifestyle modification, which includes dietary modification, exercise regime and behavioral modifications. Limiting the amount of fat and sugar intake, drinking a lot of water while avoiding sugary drinks and soda is critical to maintaining healthy weight, said Sonali Sharma, dietitian and nutritionist at Amandap Hospital in Punjab. Image, AP Public Awareness Program, training school children to follow a healthy diet and exercise, in curbing ADV.